So what's going on, guys? My name's Ash and welcome back to a brand new video. I hope you're all having a great day so far. I'd just like to apologize for being inactive the past couple of days. I've just been getting over a cold that I got. I just didn't really feel like uploading because I didn't feel like my videos would be of a good enough quality. Not that they're good quality now, but you get the point. Anyway, guys, today we're going to be talking about why I think the FIFA 19 demo as a whole is a success. We're going to be discussing the entire game and explaining why I think it's the best demo we've ever played. Now, I know a lot of you get annoyed when I ask for this, but I would appreciate it if you guys could drop me a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new so you never miss out on any videos like this one. We are closing in on 20,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. I may or may not be putting together a bit of a giveaway if we can hit that milestone. Also, be sure to have notifications turned on so you are actually notified when a video goes live. And comment down in the comment section FIFA 19 hype if you are going to purchase FIFA 19. But with all that aside, boys, let's get into today's video. Now, to start things off, some of you are going to be looking at the title and be like, hang on, this is a positive video. And yes, that is true, because believe it or not, I am not completely negative about FIFA, and I do praise the game when they do things right. Just doesn't happen very often. That's why you get the rants all the time. Anyway, jokes aside, I've played about 7 to 8 hours worth of gameplay since the FIFA 19 demo has came out. Usually I play about 1 to 2 hours in about 2 weeks. Now, the reason I played so many hours on this demo already is because it feels like a completely brand new product. Like, when I went into a game, I immediately felt the differences between FIFA 18 and 19, and I definitely liked it. Now, it's definitely important that I say this is a demo, it is not the final game, so things have changed and things may still be yet to change between now and when the game drops. But yeah, as I say, the demo is really good. The first reason I think the demo is so good is because of the new shooting mechanics. Timed finishing is tougher than I gave it credit for, and I'm glad of that. It adds a certain skill to finishing and shooting from long range and scoring volleys and headers that FIFA's never had before. And even though I ended up scuffing most of my shots when I tried to use it, I was having a lot of fun because I was trying my best to learn, a tough mechanic, and it was extremely rewarding when I managed to pull off a good shot or even score a goal. I think it's great that they've finally added a bit of skill to one of the main parts of football, because anybody can press shoot and score a goal from 30 yards because the game just chooses whether it goes in or not, like in previous FIFAs. But in this one, if you take the time to, learn the timed shooting feature and learn to time your shots properly, you'll be rewarded for it because it gives you a higher chance of scoring goals that you may not have scored if you didn't time it correctly. And it really does increase the skill gap because people that are new to the game aren't going to be able to time their shots properly. Like, I've been playing the demo for like 7 to 8 hours, like I said, and I'm still only just about grasping how to do it in certain situations. It's very difficult. It's the first time I've ever scored a simple header and thought, wow, what a great goal. Because in previous FIFAs, when the ball came into the box and you wanted to header it, you just spam the shoot button and hope for the best. You never really had to think about what you were doing. And this feature in itself makes the game way more fun for me because it really does add a learning curve that we've never really had before. If I score a long shot in FIFA 19 on the volley, I'm going to be thinking, wow, I'm proud of myself, that was a great goal. And I think it's important to say that you don't have to use it in every situation. Like, if you're on a 1v1 opportunity and you're in the perfect low driven, angle, you can still just do the normal low driven shot, L1, R1 and circle. You don't have to time it, you can just tap it as you normally would, and most of the time it'll still go in. So in my personal opinion, timed finishing is more for headers, volleys and long shots. And that's something I'm okay with, because if you're on a clear-cut 1v1 opportunity and you missed the chance because you didn't time it correctly, I think it's a bit harsh because, a chance shouldn't be that difficult if you're in that much of an easy position. I just want to add about timed finishing, even if you have it on, you don't have to use it like I said, so you can't just shoot normally, but if you want to use timed finishing, you can. You don't have to just like turn it on in the menu. Like, next thing I'd like to bring up is the passing. I think the passing in the demo is really good. You can't just ping pong it to each other like you could in FIFA 18, and you can't pass it in ways that you can't see easily. What I mean by this is, in FIFA 18 you could literally turn 180 degrees and do a full power pass right to your striker even though you could not see him. In FIFA 19 you can't. Well, you can, but it's way less overpowered. The passes aren't as accurate or powerful, and it really requires you to actually, you know, face the direction that you're actually trying to pass the ball. You know, it makes the game a bit more realistic and skillful. In addition to this, the passing feels way less assisted. Like, my passes don't seem to lock on to players as much. I really have to, you know, aim where I want to pass it a bit more, opposed to just, you know, pressing X and assuming it's going to go to my player. And it's similar to the shooting mechanic in a way. It adds a bit more skill to the game, you know, increases the skill gap a bit, and makes like passing a bit more rewarding when you actually complete a good pass. These changes really make you have to think a lot more than you did before, and I enjoy that. I also feel like you can really notice the passing differences with higher rated players. Like, if a player has higher passing, you can definitely feel it, opposed to if somebody has, you know, lower passing on a card. You know, in FIFA 18, FIFA 17, I couldn't really tell the difference between a player's passes based on their stats. And this year you can definitely feel that, so I'm quite happy about that. You know, it'll probably stop people from just abusing the Hunter and Shadow chem styles, because people might actually want to upgrade their passing for once. Next thing I want to talk about is the new skills. I think these are absolutely fantastic. All of the flicks, first touches, and all of the new moves make this game far more fun than it was before. The fact that you can just flick up the ball by clicking RS in once is like amazing to me. All of the flicks add like a bit of innovation to the game. So like, you could flick it up and cross it on the volley. You could flick it up and do a bicycle kick. You can flick it up and then flick it behind you. You can do all these different tricks that you couldn't do before, and it really adds a bit of creativity to the game, which has been lacking, to be honest. And it's one of the changes which increases the skill gap and also makes the game more fun for the casuals, because a lot of casual players enjoy doing skills and scoring crazy goals. So, you know, it's just a good thing for everybody, in my opinion. It just switches up the gameplay and makes it a bit more exciting at times. Now, in all honesty, it's been really hard for me to utilize this feature to its full potential, purely because the AI just does not fall for anything. Like, if you try and skill the computer, you're just going to look like an idiot, because they just tackle you 9 times out of 10. So I'm really looking forward to using this feature when the full game drops. You can probably expect to see a few more skill comps from a lot more players this year. You know, skilling does seem to be way more effective than it did in FIFA 18, which is good. However, you don't want it to be too OP, as you don't just want a player running through a whole team. Not all the time anyway. Now, the next feature is something that a lot of people don't actually know about, and it's the new manual goalkeeper positioning. So it actually adds skill to goalkeeping. Like, in previous years, goalkeeping was all down to the game. Like, you couldn't really do anything to affect whether a goalkeeper would save the ball. But this year you can actually manually change the position of the goalkeeper just by clicking in the right stick and moving the analog stick in whatever way you like. Like, seriously, who knows? That may be the difference between your opponent scoring and your opponent not scoring. Again, I think this is a pretty cool feature. Now, next up is the gameplay speed. I honestly think the gameplay speed this year is so much better than last year. It's like quick and slow at the same time. It's quite balanced. You know, if you want to speed up the game, you can, but if you want to keep it a little bit slower, you can as well. I can't put my finger on it, but it just seems a little bit more fluent than it was last year. I know this is just a demo, but comparing this to last year's demo, I can see a massive improvement. There's so many little things that I like as well, such as the new commentators. They just make the game a little bit more exciting. They get quite happy when you score, you know. It's just a bit refreshing than having the typical, "Oh, great goal" from Martin Tyler. The fans sound really good in the game as well. Like, when you score a goal, you can really feel the momentum in the stadium. You kind of like get pumped up when you score a goal as if it's a real match at times. I really like the dynamic tactics as well. Like, when you change them, you can see the effects that it will actually have on your team. Like, if you up the width in your formation, you can see the exact distance that it's like opened up by. Like, when you up the slider for players in the box, for example, you can see the amount of players that will actually go into the box. You know, you actually get a bit more of a visual representation that we didn't get in FIFA 18 with the custom tactics. This makes it easier for people like me to find my ideal tactics in game, because I actually know what they're going to do more now. Like, if I up the pressure slightly, I can see exactly how much the pressure's increased by. I can see the effect that it will have in the game as well. But genuinely, overall, I think this is the best FIFA demo I've ever played. No exaggeration. And it excites me as well, because EA said they're not going to patch the gameplay in the first month this year. So, you know, we're going to be getting a lot of good gameplay, I feel. Needless to say, the demo does have a few issues that need sorting out. Like, sometimes the goalkeepers are a bit unresponsive when it comes to, you know, players near them in the box. Like, they're a bit unresponsive to the ball, they won't go for it, that kind of thing. I also feel like stamina should be, you know, improved a little bit. I feel like players lose a bit too much in the game. Like, for example, Cristiano Ronaldo's lost about 75% of his stamina 60 minutes into the game. I feel like that needs to be increased a little bit. But yeah, so far so good. This is why I think the FIFA 19 demo was a success. You guys may disagree. If you do disagree, be sure to comment down below why you disagree. If you agree, then great, tell me you do. But yeah guys, that's it for this video. If you have enjoyed it or found it informative, I would appreciate it if you could drop it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you are new so you never miss out on any videos like this one. We are so close to 20,000 subscribers, it'd mean the absolute world if we could hit that. And yeah, don't forget to turn on notifications so you're actually notified when a video is posted, otherwise YouTube won't tell you when I've uploaded a video. But yeah, with all that aside guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day and stay tuned for another upload. I'll see you all soon. Peace.